Remember a time back in the day when dating was, hey, I like you, you like me, let's give this shit a go, because nowadays it's fucking exhausting. Why? Great question to literally nobody that asked me that, but let's talk about it. Nowadays we gotta play this ridiculous game that I don't even think people want to play, but we have to play. It's the game that if I'm interested, I can't act interested, because if I'm coming off as too interested, then you're no longer gonna be interested. So now for me to get you engaged, I have to be playfully condescending, purposely unattentive, and readily unavailable, because ladies, if I'm too nice, that's ugh, right? But if I'm too much of an asshole, well, nobody likes an asshole. So I gotta find that in between. And here's the thing, it's different with every woman on the planet. I already need a nap. Also, what the hell does my sign have to do with us? I just wanted to get sushi, not dissect the fact that I was born in June, which, by the way, I had zero control over. And my favorite part is when the older generation goes, when are you gonna settle down? I don't know, Bill, okay? It's not 1974 anymore, okay? You competed with literally one guy in your town named Joe. I'm competing with every Joe named Joe on her phone right here. And in addition to that, there's usually an ex that doesn't seem to go away, baggage too heavy to carry, and skeletons in closets that weren't your fault, but you got to deal with. So, this video is sponsored by our good friends over at Tito's. It's not, but it'd be really cool, really cool if it was. You know, Tito's DMs are open, and I'm gonna finish your lovely product. Okay? Have a great night. Anybody remember?
Welcome, my friends. My name is Antoine Phoenix, and welcome to my RP experience. Peace and love to all my brothers and sisters out there. Thank you for hitting the like button, subscribing, sharing, and turning on all notifications so you know when I have a whole new video up. Now, I put RP experience because the way that I used to look at things, using the metaphor of the Matrix, of the blue pill stuff, I used to meet a woman, she likes me, I like her, I put her up there. What tends to happen is she begins to look down on me, and she starts to get away with highway murder. Now, of course, in society, that was usually encouraged unless if you was the player. The men that were not putting women up there, they was treating women real bad down there. Now, I don't agree with dogging out a woman, but at the same time, I don't believe in having her dog me out. I had to find like the balance thing in there. Unfortunately, if you're in a relationship with a woman, at least with the experiences that I've had with women, if you give them too much power to do what they're going to do with you, they are going to take full advantage of the situation. And they will have no mercy on you once they realize they can do what they want to do with your poor little heart. Now, will all women do this? No. I do notice the more meek, I guess you could say, submissive type of women, but I'll say, like, I don't necessarily need a woman so docile. Or I do notice in the cases of women, no matter how aggressive she is, you as a man have to be more aggressive than her in order to get her to basically be more feminine. So if she's toxic, you have to be more toxic, basically, from what I usually see. Anyway, we're not really talking about that. I just want to go more into why I picked that RP. Plus, I want to also show that not all men are lost or hate women. That I just looked at it as awakening of now I see how things work. And now I can't never look at women the same kind of way again. Anyway, I have a video by Whole Math. This woman asks a question. He answers it perfectly. Now he's missing one or two things, and I'm actually going to enlighten men a little bit on here too. I'm not a professional. I'm just going by what I see, my waking life, and how I usually see people's lives play out. So let's look at this.
They are obsessed with me and I don't really care, or I'm super into them and they do not care about me. I need somebody to explain the psychology behind this. I don't understand this.
This is either value differences or it is a niceness ick, which I believe can lower attraction, or it's both. I spent some time in this area early in life, and nobody paid any attention to me except for girls that I didn't want anything to do with. The red lines are relationships that we don't want public. I also was socially awkward, so I didn't spend any time getting to know anyone, which would form these stronger relationships. Later in life, I moved up the scale, mostly by getting in shape, and all of a sudden, women were bending over backwards for me, in some cases the same ones that rejected me when I was here. So maybe the guys you're into are up here, and they're getting a lot of attention from a lot of women. And the guys who like you are down here, and you're not thrilled about them. Getting to know them sometimes changes that. It could also be that the guys who like you are throwing investment at you very early on, which might lower attraction because it's kind of like saying, I don't have options. And girls like guys with options. What do you think? Is this your situation? Is this it? Or is it something else?
They are obsessed with me and I don't really care. Or I'm super into them and they do not care about me.
That was an excellent take by H Math. I agree with most of what he said except one thing. Just me going to the gym did not really work as far as women being overwhelmingly attracted to me or women being around me. One hack that men can do, I don't think this works for women in a way. Well, another thing women can do works for them. In a man's case, if you notice that you are like invisible to women, you have to get good at something. You have to get good at something. For me, it was photography. And of course, that was like a little bit later in life. But I also noticed when I got good at drawing, when I used to draw that, I would get some women's attention. You have to get good at something, get women's attention. And usually it deals with like being in a band or something, being a sports athlete, being almost the same things that will get men to be like, yo, that's cool, dude, will usually attract women. So I don't know if it's a correlation with that. Now, of course, though, going to the gym does help if you are like skinny or something. Me, I don't think I was ever really gorgeous or super attractive. So I think probably, well, obviously the gym helped a bit, but I did not see that much of a drastic change till I got good at something. Now, you can get good at something, it may not matter to them, like coding. Like you might be good at coding, network engineering or something. Maybe the job title might get women kind of like, ooh, he does that, but it doesn't really excite them. I do think that social media, entertainment stuff, that is the easiest way to get women's attention. And of course, buying stuff, having like a yacht or a Lamborghini, a Corvette or something will also get their attention. I think that becomes more of a materialistic thing, even though all women do like money. That definitely just attracts the gold diggers. As far as getting women to have their heart beat faster and flutter or something, you have to get good at something. And for her to look at you up there, okay? Because it works better when the woman is putting you up there than when you put her up there. Believe me, I know, because I was that guy that would be like, I want to do everything for the woman, I want to be there, and blah, blah, blah. And what did that get me?
So you get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
Okay, not all the time. I mean, and it would not be immediate. A lot of women would like the attention, but if you continually be too nice to them for no reason, especially if they're not being nice to you, they lose respect for you. And once a woman don't respect you, then it's like game over for you, dude. For women, what can you do? Well, obviously, you need to try to look as best as you can and be in shape. Now, I do think for women, going to the gym works a lot more than just the man going to the gym. Not to say it won't work for a man going to the gym, but some of you dudes will overdo it. And not all women like a man that's like super buff. But for women like either being slender or either being like hourglassy or something will work wonders. You being a nicer human being, more sweet, will draw more men in. Black people have this saying that you catch more bees with nectar, well, something sweet, than something sour. And that is true, especially in the case of men. But his thing about like when men have options, yeah, because it's like, okay, imagine when a person has options. Imagine you as the person looking at them and they are in front of a crowd of people. Or either I'll use this example. A person is a singer like Taylor Swift. And remember how she started out? She had only a few people looking at her performances. Okay, if you was there supporting her at that time, she will remember you because her group was low and it was just a few people there. Now, once it gets to the point that is thousands, hundreds of thousands, millions of people that's like looking at her, it's too much sensory overload. It's like too many people. That's why, truthfully though, women that I know have like too much guy attention or too many guys in their face. I'm probably not going to bother to try to get them unless if they show me some type of attention. Then maybe I'll be like, okay, well, at least I have her attention right now. Maybe I will try right now. Is there anything else I can add to this? Because I know I'm forgetting something. I'm forgetting something important. Damn. Okay. I think I got it. I hope I'm going to get everything out in this video. A lot of people like the thrill of the chase, even though both men and women, especially women, will say like, I don't want to chase him, or I'm not going to chase the person. Usually when a person says that, like if I would say that, that means you chase somebody, you waste your time, you did not get what you wanted. So therefore, you don't feel like chasing anybody ever again. And while I don't think you should ever chase anyone, I do think people like that dynamic of something's not easy to get. And of course, those very degrees of this or something, because I also believe as a man or woman, you need to pick the person that likes you. Okay. That's in your range or something. Try to get the person that you are attracted to that likes you also. It might not be a 10 or a 9 or in both cases, or either it won't be the cheerleader, the head cheerleader, or it may not be the star basketball player, but it might be the co-captain, okay, for the women, or either it might be the drummer on the band, not the lead singer. And that's why I think for men, it's always better to get your status up, your status and your money up, so that you can either travel, go to places, and have more access to more women. And try to get into a space where you see a lot of women that is your type. And then just pick the one that likes you, that you're already attracted to, and see if y'all have chemistry. That's probably the easiest way to do it. That's if you're going to go the relationship route. Anyway, that's it. Give me a like, a subscribe. Have a good day. And I hope you enjoyed this short one. And I also have more videos to watch. So if you say to the end of the credits, you can click on one of those end credit screens and see one of my latest hot videos. Thank you very much.
Approach women. Most of the time, I just let women come to me, right? I don't got time to be trying to chase women and approaching them when they got this when they angry inside, or they don't feel like being talked to. Like, some women I approach just because I'm trying to work my muscle, or just cause, just cause, like, let me take my chances. But most of the time, bro, like, I just don't, because why? Like, I understand who I am. Like, I ain't trying to go through hula hoops to try to get you to figure out, like, oh, how much money I got, or am I popping, or like how many followers I got, or like, do I got a popping podcast? I ain't got time for that. I ain't got time to prove to you what the hell I got going on. You gonna give me the number, what, you gonna fuck with me, cool. But trying to do all that, man, I ain't got the time. This is the type of game I play, right? I let the women that are attracted to me come to me. I set myself up to be attractive, to be a catch, so it's easier for women to attract towards me, and then half of the job is done. What most guys do is they approach women and they gotta court them, they gotta go take them out on dates. I ain't doing all that, bro. To be honest, I will do that, but right now it's like I'm in a stage in my life like where I'm trying to stay focused, and trying to do all that just ain't gonna work for me. When they want you, it's way easier because they're trying to fight for your attention. They're trying to fight for your time. They're trying to prove themselves. Versus the reverse role where I have to approach women and now I got to prove myself. I gotta fight for their attention. I gotta fight myself amongst other guys, 100 guys, 10 guys, 20 guys, who knows how many guys are on that line. I have to wiggle my way through all of that to try to get her, and who knows, may the strongest man win. And it's easier when you just set yourself up. Like, when you on your shit, and they gonna come for you. They like it's inevitable that these women they come for me.